Being a mom is the most demanding job on the planet. And some days you feel like you've run a marathon before 9 a.m. between breakfast and preparing for dinner, answering emails, and then there's always a pile of freaking laundry. If you ever felt like you're busy all day long but not actually getting anything done, you're not alone. I've been there very recently, and so I wanted to share 5 simple productivity tips for busy moms that help me stay on track, keep my sanity, yet still have time to breathe throughout the day. My first tip is don't stop moving. I have recently fallen into the trap of sitting down throughout the day and saying, I'm just going to turn on a show and I'm going to watch just an episode because I need a break. I deserve it. And then 3 hours later, I'm like, we're three episodes deep here and the house is a mess. So I have learned that the more that I can just kind of keep that momentum going throughout the day, the more productive I am. An example of this is if you're waiting for the pasta to boil, instead of like getting on your phone for a second, I'll unload the dishwasher. Or when my son is eating breakfast, I will get a loaf of bread going. Even just those like 5-minute small tasks, they keep the momentum going and you'll find that you are so much more productive overall throughout the day. My next tip is something that I feel like we hear all the time, but I think we still need reminders, and that is to put your phone down. I love TikTok. I'm a TikTok girly through and through. It's just so doom scrollable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, that TikTok algorithm, it has got to have some crack in it. And that is why we have to put our phones down, because they are truly the biggest time thieves that we own. So I try my best. In the morning, I'll get up. I might scroll for a few minutes. I will not lie. But then I'll check my email. I'll check like to see if I have any comments, whatever. And then I put my phone down for the rest of the day. And again, that it just keeps you out of that cycle of like, oh, I'm just going to scroll for a few minutes, and then an hour has passed and you haven't done anything for a whole hour. So just put the phone down. Don't touch her. My next tip has been such a game changer for me since I started taking my blog extremely seriously and turning it into a business, and that is plan your week ahead. So on Sundays, I will write down literally all of the tasks that I have to do for the upcoming week. I also like to look at my husband's schedule, see what he has going on, and then I write down, usually it's about 3 things that I need to do for the day, and I write those down and then I accomplish those things. And it seriously is such a life-changing thing, because I used to feel like, oh my god, I have all of these things that need to get done. Where am I going to fit it all in? When you actually plan it out, it's like, okay, you look at the bathroom and you're like, oh, the bathroom needs to be clean, but you know you have it penciled in for Tuesday or Wednesday. So you know that it's going to get done, and it just takes so much stress off of you. And it's honestly freeing, because I used to be like, okay, everything has to get done today. And it doesn't. Everything does not have to get done today. And if you have a plan for the week, you know that at the end of the week, everything will get done. And of course, things shift, things change. The other day, I drove past this beautiful neighborhood and I wanted to take my husband. That was not in the plan, but you know what? We wanted to look at this beautiful neighborhood. So just know that things may change, but it's so helpful knowing that everything is going to get done. To piggyback off of that, my next tip is to structure your day. So I don't mean have like a strict, rigid schedule for every minute of the day, but a simple rhythm that you follow on a daily basis. So for me, get up, drink coffee, make breakfast, brush teeth, we go outside for a little bit, and we'll come inside, clean up, lunch. I'll put my son down for his nap. Then I work on my blog and YouTube stuff. It's actually nap time right now. And then when he gets up, we might go back outside for a little bit longer. Then we come in, we make dinner, and then bath time and bedtime. So it just helps you kind of know what to expect, what needs to get done. I'll fit some cleaning into there I didn't mention. Usually when my son is awake, we might tidy up the rooms, or I'll clean the bathrooms after he goes down for bed. You know, there's some cleaning in there. That is what we do every single day. Not only do children thrive on routine and structure, but I really feel like we as adults do as well. My last tip is KISS, which stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. I know it's an old saying, but I feel like it's the best reminder for moms that not everything has to be complicated and Pinterest perfect. Dinner can be as simple as baked chicken, a vegetable, and a grain. It doesn't need to be spectacular. If you go on my website, you might see stuffed pork loin. Do you think that I make that recipe on a weekly basis? Absolutely not. But it's a fun one it's really for the holidays. But you might want to make something like my pasta carbonara or my Alfredo sauce. Those are really easy, fast, delicious meals that are not complicated, that take no time at all, and it gets dinner on the table. I clean my bathroom every single week. Do you think that I do a deep clean on the bathroom every single week? No. A quick once over is all the bathroom needs on a weekly basis. And quarterly, I might take everything out and do a deeper clean. But when we keep it simple, it truly helps us not feel paralyzed by perfection. It's something that I talk about all the time. I bet if you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me talk about how we have to let go of perfection because it creates so much pressure on ourselves. And there's already enough pressure. If you go on social media, and you're in any type of mom space, they're judging you for everything. You breastfeed, you don't breastfeed. All vegetables, you don't serve a single vegetable. You're gonna get judged for everything. So you don't need to add that added stress and pressure to yourself. So those were my 5 productivity tips for busy moms. They're simple, realistic, and I feel like doable. Remember that being productive does not mean that you have a 20 item to-do list and you complete every single item and that means you had a productive day. Productivity means focusing on what truly matters for that particular day. Those 3 things, get them done, and then you had a productive day, and let go of the rest. I promise you it will save your sanity. If this video gave you some ideas or a little motivation, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more real life content. We are about to be diving headfirst into a lot of food content, so be prepared for that and subscribe if you're excited for that. And if you do want any more food content, I have a lot of that on my channel already, as well as over on my website. And tell me in the comments which one of these tips you are going to try this week. I'd love to know, and I will see you in the next one.